Hello, Eric. I like what you said, but I think I disagree a little bit. My background, one of the backgrounds, is in sociology. And if you boil it down, the entire science is about creating a stereotype. Because you look at a big group of people, and then you try to find a generality about that group, which basically is what a stereotype is. Now, I don't agree with taking a false stereotype and applying it to a group of people. I absolutely do not agree with that. But we're talking gender stereotypes here. I'll bet you that if I take 100 women randomly off the street, that I'll find a high proportion of those women that do not like to play with bugs. I'm also going to find a high proportion of those women that enjoy shoes. Figures that I wouldn't get with 100 men off the street. Now, I live in the southern United States. If I took 100 white males off the street, I'm going to find a high proportion that enjoy NASCAR races. And that's a stereotype, but that's what happens. And it's based on truth. Because that's the way it really is. None of these are derogatory stereotypes. But if I was, for example, in advertising, I would know that I could do a tie-in with NASCAR maybe in my area, and I would be able to sell things through that to a population of men. Or maybe I could do a tie-in with shoes and direct it towards women. They do work. Again, I stress, derogatory stereotypes, I'm not in favor of using those or forming those or anything, because I think those pull people down. The only thing they're at all good for is to motivate somebody to get out of it. I spoke to a lady just not 30 minutes ago that was a cashier at a drugstore, and she was a minority. She made a remark about saving your money up for school. I said, really, where do you go? And she said, one of the local colleges. And I said, well, what are you majoring in? And she goes, English. And then she went to tell me what her plans were, what she planned to do when she graduated, and it was just wonderful. And I was excited for her, and she was excited about doing it, and she just had her whole future mapped out, and I thought that was great. And we need more people like that are ready just to blast off out of wherever they are. And stereotyping people stops that, I think. So that's the bad part of it. So there's good and there's bad. But it does exist. Anyway, good bit you made there. Food for thought.